God's design for sex is beautiful, intimate, and truthfully even fun. But for a lot of couples, it's a place of tension, conflict, irritation, truthfully anything but fun. In this video, we're going to cover common sexual problems and also point you in the direction to help reveal to you ways that can get you the help that you so desire. Stick around. Welcome to our channel. I'm Amanda. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and also a certified Christian sex therapist as well.
And I'm Pastor Andrew, and on this channel, we're here to encourage and inspire you to live a life of influence in every way. Let's dive in. Some couples are just dissatisfied with their sex life. This could be due to relationship issues or issues. Fighting, exactly. A lot of it comes from lack of communication.
Some people are uncomfortable to talk about sex, which if you're not comfortable enough to talk about sex, it makes it really hard to communicate what you're dissatisfied about.
Which can lead to a lot of disagreements.
Sometimes people are just fighting unrelated to sex altogether, but it causes problems in the bedroom because if you're not getting along outside of the bedroom, it is really unlikely and extremely difficult to get along in the bedroom. Some couples also struggle with sexual dysfunctions. This is categorized in 4 categories, the first being desire disorders, lack of sexual desire or interest in sex. There is definitely a lot of clients that come into my office struggling with differences in interest of sex. The stereotype of the male tends to want sex more frequently than the female.
Guilty.
But not for all couples. Some couples it's the reverse. Some people, the male has lower sexual desire. But either way, this is definitely going to cause some tension between the couple.
It does.
I think couples who have no desire at all or just completely don't like sex whatsoever really causes a lot of problems in the marriage as well.
Yes.
Some individuals even have a dislike or avoidance of sex. Obviously, this causes a lot of tension for couples as well. Number 2, arousal disorders. This is an inability to become physically aroused or excited during sexual activity. Oftentimes, this can be caused by a variety of things, but also medications can be involved or perhaps medical issues in general, but those are some other things that people struggle with. Third, orgasm disorders. These are a delay or absence of orgasm or climax. Obviously, this can cause a lot of tension between the couple. For some women who are trying to have an orgasm and they're not able to, it can be frustrating. Obviously, for men, this is something that would be a big disappointment if they're not able to orgasm or even when their wife is not able to orgasm. Number 4, pain disorders. These are often pain during intercourse. It can also be related to medical conditions of pain as well, but a lot of times it can be women struggling with vaginismus or unconsummated marriages. Sometimes women have endometriosis that causes pain or IBS or even dermatology issues that can also cause irritations and cause pain. These are things that definitely hinder lovemaking, definitely hinder you being able to truly connect with your spouse.
Besides sexual dysfunctions, there are also other relationship difficulties that could hinder your bedroom. For example, affairs or addictions.
Past or present affairs.
Exactly. Pornography addictions or chemical and substance addictions.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, if you've ever struggled with previous abuse, it could even be childhood abuse. That can also affect you in the bedroom, especially if there's any type of trauma or abuse going on right now, that would absolutely affect. But just the fact that you've had any type of sexual abuse or truthfully even emotional and physical abuse can also relate to how it makes it difficult for you to truly connect and become one with your spouse.
Absolutely. Some of you may be experiencing difficulties related to more specific circumstances. For example, there's no lock on your door and you have young children. And some of you may find yourself in the unfortunate position of living with your in-laws.
That will definitely affect the bedroom as well, for sure.
I love you, in-laws.
I'm sure those are just some of the common sexual problems. You may have something more specific and unique to you that was not mentioned, but what we're going to move on to is we're going to cover 3 components that's going to help you get to a better place in your bedroom. So those are going to be communication, sexual education, and sexual retraining. We're going to cover them from Restoring the Pleasure, which is Dr. Clifford and Joyce Penner. I love them, they're my favorite. Their book and be able to help get you the solutions that you need. The book is going to be listed down below in the description. That way you'll be able to get it. So communication. I think we'd be surprised by how many minor details we assume our spouse knows about us that they may did or they may have forgot or honestly you've never really told and shared. It's amazing what just a little clarification can do. Some of these minor issues can really be changed and make a huge difference just by clarifying.
For some, communication is the key That opens the door to sexual pleasure. Some couples have found it extremely helpful in their communication about sex by reading Christian sex help books out loud with one another, or by watching videos just like this one and then talking about it afterward.
Absolutely. But for some couples, being able to discuss sexual stuff together is really very difficult, and they may need more of a step-by-step guidance. It might even be impossible to have those kind of conversations. But being able to begin to learn more communication and really be able to dive into some of the communication models can really help you. We actually have a video that you guys can check out for communication techniques for your marriage that we think will be really helpful. We'll link it down below in the description. Sexual education. Simple information can really make a difference.
Absolutely. In today's world, it's really hard to believe that sexual dissatisfaction could occur because of sexual ignorance. But sexual ignorance is a lot more common than we think.
And when you're dealing with common problems due to lack of information, it's actually rewarding and simple of a fix. So it's something that you're really going to want to take the time. Sometimes if you are religiously inhibited or naive or just like the knowledge, those are things that really are not a hard fix. Sometimes they're quite actually a simple fix and something that's really worth putting the effort into learning more about sex.
For some sex education that can help you out right now, check out our 4-part video series, Christian Intimacy in the Lovemaking Cycle. We'll leave the link description below.
Sexual retraining. This is a process that's actually covered in the Pinner's book that we showed you earlier, and again, it's down below in the comments. So basically, this is a process that consists of behavioral retraining that's going to have sensate focus, which is like touching exercises, communication exercises, and teaching exercises. And this process is really going to help with the majority of common sexual problems. For some people who are struggling with perhaps psychological disorders or sexual abuse or anything of the like in that situation, you're going to want to work with those issues first and then go to sexual retraining. But for most people, this is something that you can do inside their book as self-help.
In addition to alleviating negative patterns, sexual retraining can actually help you build positive patterns. For more immediate help, check out the Pinner's Formula for Intimacy in our video, Christian Guide to Healthy Intimacy. We'll link it below.
In general, your specific needs may need more focused direction. It just depends on what you're struggling with as a couple that's unique to you. Also, if we discuss anything in our video that you would like prayer for any reason, please leave us a heart down below in the comments and we'll pray for you. Also, if you feel comfortable, please leave your name as well.
If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Also, check out our video, Christian Sex Tips, for even more help.
And as always, subscribe for more weekly influential encouragement and inspiration. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Truthfully, complications. God's design for
Yeah, that.
simple, minor change. Try again.
I like to call this the 2-degree rule. 2 degrees up on the thermostat could make a world of difference. We realize that there's a variety. What?
I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing. Let's do it.
I believe that sexual satisfaction can actually help you build positive. Thumbs up. Also, check out our video, Christian Sex Tips, for even more help.
Absolutely. Try again.
What was wrong with that?